hope you guys had a very good Thanksgiving. I hope you're not. Hope you had a good meal. Plenty of eating like this here. But yeah, and I hope you guys had a pretty good forgot your Christmas list here today. And usually year by year, right now, as we have Black Friday, which is going on right now. People are rushing in, roasting turkey. Excuse me, rushing in. Yeah. Rushing to the stores and doing your Christmas shopping. Getting these great deals. It's a really nice day. I probably the field up there. It doesn't look. Sometimes it looks like field, but really it doesn't look like November at all. For one, it's actually warm outside. It's like in the 60s right now, and it doesn't really feel like a Christmas shopping day. But it's gonna be happening. Maybe in a couple of weeks from now, or like this. And now, usually once I hit 10, I'm looking forward towards buying games for other people and like stuff like that. But this year, it brings up to it's going to bring up to the video. I'm showing you it once here. And first of all, Namco, 3 tracks, 5 cars on Ridge Racer for the PlayStation Vita, and you're going to price it maybe $30. Like you might price it cheap, but at $30. Are you seriously pulling a well, not really Capcom, but they're putting it the other way around. You're putting so little thing on a disc. Yeah, the sun is, and yeah, like the sun's right now getting lower, and like this. But seriously, you're putting so little content on the disc, and then you're going to charge up. You're going to charge more money to unlock this disc. Is it that you're really making a new low in the gaming industry today? Well, you might as well just, put an online pass system on Ridge Racer and lock 2 of the 3 tracks, and then 3 of the 5 cars. So hey, if you want, you can just, hey, I'll just give you 1 track and 2 cars for the price of $30, and then you have 2, and then have 2 cars and 3 other cars that is behind the one-time use code. You might as well do it now. I mean, hey, I'll just give you my whole wallet for a freaking demo. Yeah, that's what I mean. My confidence as a customer, as a gamer, is at its all-time low since the days of the 2600. Perhaps probably lower than the video game crash of 1983. It really sickens me on how 2011 has gone by. And 2011 was a year that publishers and gaming companies these days really just flop their messing over customers. Because this is, this is a point right now that it's unsustainable businesses here to screw over your customers, and then you're going to test the waters out. Because apparently, when I look back, when you buy a PS2 game, you get a really good quality game for just perhaps like $5 or $10 nowadays. Perhaps I might as well just, wait until Ridge Racer goes into the bargain bins to buy it. Because as a customer, I'm just, you know, unconfident right now. I'm just unconfident. This is an unhealthy industry that decides to just, oh man. So this leads me towards, like what and this leads me towards, you know, at the same time right now, it comes into this holiday season after the year 2011, when you just say, what games do I want for Christmas this year? Hey, there are some good titles, but on the other hand, you got titles, you got companies putting an excuse to say, oh, I'm not making money off of used games. Yeah, it'll fly over here. It's just been an unusual. It's an unusual weather this 2011, and at the same time, like tick bites. One family member passed away. Two famous people that I know have got passed away. Steve Jobs and Gary Garcia. And we've got companies that just don't respect their customers. And this leads me towards what I'm going to be buying and what I'm going to be getting for Christmas. So this year it's a difference. It says what I'm not going to be getting for Christmas and what I'm not going to be buying for anyone for this area. Now, you should do this too. But this is two companies that are not going to be receiving from my wallets at all. That is EA and Capcom. EA, I mean, I don't get. I mean, the plain and simple is from EA and Capcom is you're not going to see a dime from me this Christmas. Neither should you deal with Capcom or EA when you're buying stuff for Christmas this year. Because for one thing, EA has, you know, just really screwed me over. They really bought out a couple of other companies here. Activision, you're on my last straw. I mean, if you want to screw us up here, I have a couple of games on the Christmas list right now, but if you want to just screw your customers over for the last time this fall,
Right now I'm at our riding stable
and by all means, I'm just going to scratch your games off my Christmas list. And I'm going to say, you, look, don't buy, you may have to talk to, if it says, hey, I want Madden 2012 for Christmas. This is a difficulty that we have to understand because, quite frankly, I'm fed up with EA. You buy out stuff, you want to nickel and dime us for the online pass like this, even though, ooh, we don't make money from used game sales. Why don't you start selling used games yourself, idiots? The automobile industry actually sells used cars themselves. I mean, we have Toyota and Honda sellers by certified used cars. Hey, Sony, EA, Ubisoft, and you guys have your online passes. It's time to cut it out. Because your business models is just not sustainable. If you nickel and dime your customers, they're going to, plain and simple, the customers are going to say, F you, bye-bye, I'm leaving. I ain't going to buy any more of your stuff. And I'm just not going to support the BS from Capcom ever since you screw Keiji Inafune over. You screw over the true Megaman. And also, this comes up to Nintendo. I really respect your company. Yeah, you are not perfect. I mean, you say, I mean, you're so behind, and you just over here, you're sort of about that. But at least Nintendo games, as far as I know, doesn't contain an online pass. Hey, I bought Super Mario 3DS. It's when it goes back to its roots. It's a pretty good game. When it goes back to its roots, I mean, sort of like that. Maybe Nintendo may be going back to its roots and by online passes. But I really do praise you, Nintendo, for slamming customers for selling little stuff for $60 and nickel and diming you, because I mean these times of the year, a lot of the games are just not worth $60. And I might go as far to say as if these games are so bad that I only think they were $40. I think I'm expected like next year to say I'm expected your guys next year to say, hey, look, we're sorry, we're sorry we messed around with you. Here, I'll make a decent game for you for $40. At the quality of what a premium title should be like. $40. And this comes down to Ridge Racer. Here, I don't think that I think that Ridge Racer for the PlayStation Vita, as it stands now, I would buy that game if it was like $10. That should be qualified as a downloadable game, but oh, you want to make it a retail game. You want to charge 30 or $40 for 5 cars and 3 tracks. Hell, I wouldn't see surprised if Namco, if you want to put an online pass, lock get 2 of the tracks out, and lock 3 of the cars out. Say, hey, up front you only get 1 track and 2 cars, or 3 cars and 2 tracks locked behind this one-time use code. You might as well just take a demo, make it, hey, we have to buy a demo for full retail price, and then you go further than that and lock portions of that game out with an online pass. Yeah, you really do have a sense of humor of you developers of screwing your customers over. Because I'm sorry to come down to this, people, but I'm just not buying, I'm not willing to buy crap for my stuff here. And when your kids, I mean, this comes up to the point when you have to let your kids know that you have to talk to your kids if you want to have some games for Christmas. Well, I don't know if it would be hard for the dealers. It's a very, very hard thing at this time of holiday season when I'm dealing with game companies that just wants to screw people over. Sony, this year, you haven't even care for your customers of the all light of death. You want to be hesitant to tell your people saying here data loss is stolen. And you want to put a waiver saying that, hey, you can't sue me even though if I break the law. It doesn't work that way. The law trumps any contract. You are to obey the laws. You are responsible for your data loss because, hey, an arbitration is a non-lawful offense. That's an arbitration. But if you break a serious law, I will send you to court. I mean, I wonder if you actually received the letters. I received 2 letters to make sure you have my word that, hey, I don't accept a situation in which if you break the law, but I can't sue you because of your BS. I did sign your contract, but I don't, that doesn't mean anything to me about that, oh, you can't sue us, like this. Yeah, I understand you can't sue you if you don't break the law. But you have to understand, you have to obey the lemon law because eventually it's going to catch up to you. You're going to have a rude awakening. And, yeah, pardon the shadow on my face because, the sun's so bright in my eyes today. But you got to understand, sir, that you'll understand, sir, that hey, I should obey the laws and actually care for your customers. Because, for instance, hey, I can take your kit and I can actually empty your wallet out. And if you have an unauthorized transaction caused by you, Sony, for using my money in the wallet here, because the money I might have in the wallet is used to purchase games. This is just what it comes down to. So for you, EA, Capcom, and you two companies, you ain't seeing a penny from my wallet when I go grocery shopping and shop for your games. This year, I'm gonna be a smarter consumer. I'm gonna check the game out before I even give it away towards other people. And here. And the other things, I will not. I was at a point where Ratchet and Clank Offer 1 was on my Christmas list, but hey, it's a good thing I found out. Hey, Ratchet and Clank Offer 1 has an online pass. Guess what? I scratched off my list. I mean, you should scratch it off your list too when you have to be very cautious this year because because of um, rogue people like EA and Capcom just wants to screw over your customers like this. You know, it's ridiculous and how it's kind of appalling on how video game developers, especially 2010 and 2011, can screw with your customers. And my hands point out to Nintendo this year. Thank you, for Nintendo, for pointing this out on how you're doing this year. Thank you for Obsidian for pointing out that online passes are a joke. Because they are a joke. You should start getting into the used game business yourself, developers. Because, we've got people, the economy is tanking right now. People nowadays can hardly afford to pay for your video games. We've got healthcares that are screwing doctors over. Hell, I might just not have going to a physical this year because I might do that. Oh, not as a thing as afraid of the doctors, because as a protest towards the healthcare law. And the Obamacare needs to be fixed because we need to make healthcare affordable. We need to make this like this. It's not. It's up. It's up to the healthcare providers to start caring for doctors and consumers, and it's up to you, EA and Capcom, to start caring for your customers. And I don't want this. I don't want to. Because right now I'm just pushed into a corner, and for you to screw me around and your customers year after year, sorry, but you're not seeing a dime from me this Christmas, and this is the games I will not be getting for Christmas. Any crippled down online pass games. I may just, I might just go to PC gaming next year. I might just get a gaming PC, or maybe use a PC I have right now as a gaming rig. I may do that right now, but I'm probably going to be. It's probably up to the point right now where I have to make decisions towards next year, because yeah. Because at the point right now that I'm saying, and you have to excuse the maybe the shadowing of my face right now. There's actually like a couple of things hanging down, which is helping me from the sunlight, like this here. It's getting low and low, looks like this here. But anyway, we're gonna work it out together next year. I'm still gonna get the PlayStation Vita, but if you Sony, I might get the PlayStation 4. But if you Sony decide to screw me over the light of death again next year, I might just stop console gaming. I might just, go to the PC. With the exception of Nintendo, of course, because I mean, you guys really do. Yes, you actually, it's a very company that actually gives, that actually gives, that actually cares about their customers. Lot of ways. They're not perfect, I mean, but they actually view what their customers is here. I actually see some people actually like putting up that online passes suck. They do suck. Because I mean, if you want to fight used game sales, well, you know, by all means, fight used game sales. But hey, you want to holler at me for letting my brother borrow my games? You want to holler at people for people renting the games here? Because you know, you might as well just say, hey, you might as well just put an online pass that expires, and then put in video games expires, because you might as well. Because you guys, are such greedy companies that this Christmas, I've made my decision not to buy EA or Capcom games, and Namco, you're starting to tick me off about starting to overcharge games with so few content in there. Thank you, Namco, for giving yet another way to screw over your customers. Hey, you can just release a game with just 2 tracks and 3 cars for $60. Because you might as well. Anyways, I think that 2012, well, hopefully we'll see a turnaround. This one, 2012 will see a turnaround, and this comes down, yeah, this comes down to piracy. Um, I don't condone piracy at all. But the way you're treating your, the way you're treating your customers, um, I'm now starting to have a sense that I actually understand piracy right now. Because you screw over your customers, and you see all the pirate games on Demonoid, BitTorrent, or whatever it is here, Demonod, this here, and they download a copy of the game towards your stuff here. Then people have to understand here that and the pirates are doing that because, I mean, let's take those statistics. I do believe that 70, 80, 90% of the reasons why people pirate games these days is because, hey, they've got fed up with customers they got, excuse me, not customers. They got fed up with developers screwing them over. Because I just feel that, I mean, I just feel that I, yeah, you put, you know, these bullcrap stuff, you put online passes, and you rip off customers, and you screw them over. You don't care about your customers. Look, these customers are going to screw you over. I mean, they're sending you a message. Don't. I mean, you shouldn't mess up. You shouldn't mess over your customers at all. You should have cared for them. Price it reasonably. I believe that game should. I believe that yeah, for the first year or so, a $60 price tag would be acceptable to a point towards new game purchases. Granted, there's no online passes, and you could and there's plenty of content. But after a year or two, put it down to $40. Because I think that's a regular price of a video game to start off with. Because I do believe that PS3 games should be 40 or even $30 right now, because we're right now towards the end of this situation. A Wii game should cost you $30. $15 for a Nintendo Selects title here. I think it's probably about the right point. About Nintendo Selects games are probably 15, $20. They're a little overpriced, but I think I'll probably take that. But I don't accept a PlayStation 3 Selects title, which is, believe it, the greatest hits title, for $39.99. Like this. the price point right now should be capped up at $40 for a premium, $30 for a regular mainstream game, and $20 for a budget game, and basically a thing here. But anyways, this Christmas, EA, Capcom, F you. I ain't buying your crap. I ain't buying of your stuff here, because EA, your online pass. Hey, you want to put online pass in your games? And yeah, by the way, EA, you want to put an online pass to a whole new level for Need for Speed, saying, yeah, you can't do like in-game photos or like this, but oh, you have to have an online pass to do that here. And you might as well just put the next online pass, say, hey, you can't access normal or hard without paying me 10 extra bucks if you buy it used. You know what you should do to EA? I mean, yeah, you have an online pass. You have a season's pass. Here's what you should do at this point, EA. Drop that online pass and use the season's pass as, and, you know, instead of that, why don't you give a season's pass for free for people who buy games new? And then, do 20, and then you can charge a season's pass for those who buy the game used. I mean, that's what, I mean, are you better off doing that? And why don't you start, selling used games yourself, EA? I mean, the auto industry actually sells used cars themselves. Toyota sells used cars themselves here. They make some money off of it. So why don't the video game industry start selling used games yourself? Yeah, that's a very good idea. Stop treating your customers like toilet paper and start taking actually caring for your customers. I mean, I'm sorry it's come down this way, but I'm just not buying any more of your stuff this Christmas. And hopefully next year you'll change things around. Hopefully customers will learn. Not actually learn. Hopefully developers will learn that it is not okay for you to rip off your customers, because you can rip off your customers right now, but if you continuously screw over your customers, I'm sorry, but you know, you have to understand that the customers give you money, but the customer also expects you like your stuff. I mean, that's not the way it works. I mean, we gotta man up. We gotta. We're gonna. I like to have a conversation with John over this Thanksgiving if I can. If not, it's okay. But I'm so sick and tired of developers pushing me to the corner over this, because that's my decision on Christmas. It was supposed to be a year when we can be jolly and give great games. But this holiday season is probably more of a recoup from a horrible year. That's what basically this Christmas is. I mean, yeah, EA, and new stuff, and new breed companies. I mean, EA and Capcom, you're on the naughty list this year. I mean, you're not giving any money. I mean, you're not receiving any money from me, and you should put Capcom on the naughty list too, for screwing Keiji over and screwing you over. Says, hey, I want Mega Man, but you decide to screw people over like this. Capcom, I want Mega Man Legends 3. I want Mega Man Universe. Stop you got to respect Keiji. Respect your creators, and respect your people at work, and stop screwing over your customers. And maybe maybe I would have buy more games. Maybe I would have that's what I take of it. EA, dump the online I mean, EA, and that's also other countries. I think it's time for you to dump the online pass. Start selling used games yourself. But, hey, if you want to give an incentive to buy a new game, give out a coupon, give out an exclusive coupon towards a new game purchases, or sell, or if you are having a season's pass right now, use that as an online pass instead of, hey, all lockout portions of the disc of the online pass. People are saying, oh no, it's the online, this kind of nonsense. F you. The online experience is cost money. Well, you can make that online experience for advertisement stuff here. Break these companies. I mean, my customer right now, as a customer in video games, I have no confidence anymore. I really have no confidence anymore after a horror year. And you, developers, I mean, you could have a horrible year next year when it's kind of payback time. And that's what I have to say. And JD out.
Got a border?
We'll go on borders, I'll do it.